Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Terminator Talkz Podcast. I am once more your host, Terminator Playz, and I am joined once again by my wonderful co-host, GDS Studios.
We're back. We're
We're
back,
back.
boys.
We are back, and we got some things to talk about because,
Oh, have we?
and this is actually our first time doing it with clean audio, so we're not going to be messing up or anything. So we haven't shared our
Yes, we're
thoughts with
going in truly blind this time.
Yep. And I feel like we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and
Yeah.
it's exciting because I think these two episodes that we just had, as of yesterday, they were quite good.
The whole thing's been good. But should we jump right in with doing our little thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs down rating again?
Oh yeah, let's go.
For both of them as a whole.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And then we can do different ones at the end.
So 3, 2, 1.
We switched places.
For audio listeners, 2 thumbs up from Term over there. A thumbs sideways from me. I've fallen from grace. I've fallen. And I hate it. Well, no, I was. But just, there are a lot more things that not ticked me off, but a few more gripes I had this time than with the last.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I had my gripes too, and continuing things where it feels like in certain parts, characters were dumbed down for the sake of the plot.
Yes.
And that's kind of an issue I feel like I have following on from the ending of episode 2. It's an odd one, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed them. There were a lot of things where I was just a bit like, oh, we're doing that, eh? Really? Sort of. Those are the directions we're going.
I mean, do you want to talk about any of those specific things? Starting off with episode 3. Let's go.
Yes, episode 3 opens up with basically an extended look at Barclay's reaction to having to go down under, so to speak.
Yeah.
He's back in his hotel room, and see, last episode, we were like, Kirby, the goat. Barbara, not so much the goat. I don't know what's happened, but Kirby's taken the stairs down. Barbara's taken the lift up.
I noted that when I was watching with my younger brother as well. It's a very confusing change for the characters. Like, the ex-wife, Barbara, she was quite, racist towards the Homo Aqua. I'm gonna order fish.
She wasn't a fan, no.
And then all of a sudden, no, she is a fan, and Kirby hates their dad for being on TikTok and stuff because someone online said he's a traitor.
Because someone called him a name, and so Kirby's like, "You're bad, Dad. Get out of there."
Yeah, I don't know if this is meant to be like a thing of don't believe everything you see online and this is how it affects your kids, but if that is what they're trying to do, I'm just gonna say it's piss poor commentary.
It's not working if that is the case.
Yeah.
I think it was just to kick the episode off with a bit of tension, which we've already got buckets of.
Yeah, we have loads of tension, and I think you could have had maybe Kirby being a bit anxious, and that's where the anger stems from, not from somebody calling their dad a bozo online,
Feels like it's aimed in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Like the anger and the frustration of that. Because especially we've seen them be so proud of everything Barclay's doing so far, whether it's a stupid decision or not, quite frankly. We've got this sudden shift. I don't know. But the rest of episode 3 was so promising. It had such potential.
And sorry, carry on. I interrupted you. But
were you going to say the shots of the exterior of the bubble? They give very much Satan pit vibes.
Ooh, that's
David Tennant going into the pit. Every single time I saw it, I was like, just because it's just nothing around them. And it's so good. And when we got the first shot of it going down, because it's quite a long shot, you just see it it goes down into the darkness. I was like, are we about to spend the 44 minutes in this like container. Unfortunately, we don't do that. But the
Unfortunately.
promise was, yeah, I think it would have been so good if we never cut away from it. I think
Mm,
if the entire thing was just in this dome with these, I gotta say, really likable characters.
yeah,
We already liked the general from before. We thought he was
yeah.
dope as hell. Um, ah, Tom something. The first like bit he was there, I kind of thought, who's this fella? There's something about him. He said something that made me not quite trust him. But then when
Mm,
he had like his little panic attack, I was like, oh wait, no, this is just like an older sort of guy.
yeah.
And they got me. They certainly got me there.
They got me too because I thought it was gonna be either him or the Indian guy who was like, "Oh, I'm gonna invite my family, like my 15 family members out to dinner after this."
I didn't once my suspicions were uh, like wiped away about the other guy. I don't know his name. It might have been Tom. It might not have been Tom. But I had no suspicions about any of them. I just thought like we're gonna get to know these guys, get to know all their ins and outs, and we sort of do. It's really nice. But then of course they do reach the bottom of the sea. They have some complications on the way down. They like seem to stop halfway and then
Mm.
they speed up as if they're being pulled down, but we never actually get confirmation on like just what happened, which I really like. What did they stop on? Did they hit a rock and then like the Homo Aqua pushed them off so that they kept descending? But then why do they speed up?
I
Let's
really
go with
liked
Tom.
that, and I love that you can't tell if that's just the pressure that's making these noises or if
Mm.
there's Homo Aqua. And what I think was so good is that not once did they show us what's going on outside. It was left
Yeah.
entirely up to your imagination. Again, showing the effectiveness of this writing. Gosh, it was beautiful. Like with the earlier scene back in the hotel where Barclay has his little panic attack. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I coached mum through cancer. I can do this. That was so like that felt so organic. And I remember turning to my little brother and it's like, oh, that got me to feels. That was really good. And then this scene
It's
here,
heartbreaking.
yeah, it's like you feel their emotions, their fear, and everything. It's really good, honestly. I think like all these scenes within the pod for me are a solid 5 out of 5 because they're just so great. And I love
They're fantastic.
Yeah, and I love as well that there's no music either to kind of like try and go, ooh, we should be feeling this kind of way. It's just silence. That's it.
It's just the droning of the sort of water passing by outside, the occasional thud. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Mm,
It makes
yeah.
me wish the whole episode that was that. But the episode wasn't that. We did on occasion divert to take a look at Kate and Christopher.
Yes. Oh, I'm getting some hints or feelings here, friend.
No, I'm just trying to see because we talked about them last week,
Mm,
obviously.
yeah.
Um, both our thoughts are basically like, apart from Christopher being a bit horny, it's good. Both of them together give Kate a real chance to shine.
Yeah.
It proceeds to do so.
The intimacy this week was fantastic. Like I saw the little clip they released just before the episode where he's sitting with Kate on one of the benches in Imperial
Yeah,
House.
yeah.
And it's just so beautifully done. And he's like trying to get through to her and be like, you need to rest. Okay, otherwise you're going to crash and burn. She's like, no, no. She just shuts him out.
Mm.
It's wonderful character dynamics. And then also, actually, that's another thing. This is a gripe I have with episode 3. Another thing we cut away from the pod and the whole, like, mission to the deep is the Cobra meeting. And
Is
every,
that
so yeah, I swear that's episode 3.
is that with like the prime minister and all his mates?
Yeah, and the annoying French lady who I hate.
I
She
hate You hate everyone there. You shouldn't just
Yeah.
hate her.
No,
They are.
I do hate everyone. I was just gonna say that they do a good job of making you hate them because, especially the French lady, because she has this really annoying, smug grin that just
Yes. Every time something gets said, she even like basically goes, hmm. She like does a little eyebrow raise, and you're like, you wanna just like get
send the
in
Daleks.
there and
Or give me a minute. I'll send the Daleks. I'll send the
get rid of them. Honestly,
yeah.
Kate as well in that scene, just top of the crop.
Oh, and although that it really good acting from Kate's
Gemma
actor
Redgrave.
Gemma Redgrave. Um, but in terms of story, why aren't they listening to Kate? Because this is UNIT. These are the people who have helped you through multiple alien invasions and made sure
They
that
are.
all of their butts get out unscathed or relatively
I
unscathed.
suppose there's maybe like you can read the subtext of there was that whole Lucky Day incident seemingly less than a year ago, if these episodes are supposed to take place
Hmm.
in real time when the last season of Doctor Who did. That
Yeah.
wasn't too long ago.
I
A bit
mean,
of controversy around that still.
yes, I suppose so. And the only other thing I could chalk it up to was the fact that maybe UNIT is a recently recovered organization because there was the whole thing where apparently it got shut down or something from like 2019
Yes.
to
Yeah, in
2021.
around series 12 time,
Yeah,
it'd gone
from
bust or something. They'd ran out of money. But poor Harry, PM Harry. I
uh
feel for the guy. Like he's not making the right decisions, but
no.
with the people he's surrounded by, you can almost feel his fear like against them. Like he probably thinks these guys are taking out random folks left, right, and center. If I don't agree with them, they could just wipe me off the grid.
He's not a good prime minister for the fact that he's relying on others to help him make the decisions. He should be able to come to a decision himself, but he kind of lacks a little bit of spine, just like our real life prime
He
minister.
does.
Cough, cough.
Oh, very, very much so. But
Mm.
you can, it's just the way the actor plays him. You feel like sort of, not that he is right, but that you wouldn't be able to do much different in that situation.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, I did find myself being like, "Oh, come on, man! Seriously, this is stupid." But then, like, you have to kind of take a step back and realize, okay, what would you be doing in this situation? Because if you were like Barclay, if you were like Kate, if you were like him, all three of these people are under such immense pressure because basically all of the world has eyes on them, and it must be driving you insane.
Mm.
Like, I mean, we see what it's doing to Kate. She is actively like burning
Yeah,
up. She
she
has
has to fight so hard in that room, and she doesn't even win that battle. There's a chance that he's just thinking, no matter what I say, they're going to do their own thing anyway.
mm.
I might as well agree with them and make the ride easier.
And I wonder if he's like fearful of repeating previous actions because I was instantly reminded of the Prime Minister scenes from Children of Earth.
I don't remember them off the top of my head. It's been quite a while since I've seen Children of
Mm.
Earth.
But
But I do, I get what you're on about.
I
It's
think
like
this,
horrible
yeah.
people having horrible discussions that should never be had.
I mean, so I'm very split on that one. It's good, but at the same time, it does kind of annoy me. But I suppose that's the whole thing. It's meant to annoy you. So
Mm, it is. There are some villain, not even. I mean, they are villainous, but they're more antagonists than
uh, they're annoyingly
straight
realistic.
villains.
Yeah, they're
That
annoyingly
yeah,
realistic.
there are some villains that you just love to hate, and these ones, I do love hating them, especially when some of them get their comeuppance.
Yeah,
The I forgot what his name is,
the American.
the posh guy, and he gets domed, and so cathartic.
Oh, I feel bad for his cat though,
Ah, the cat will be fine.
because you see the cat in the shot just go, "Oh," and then run away down the
It'll
stairs.
it'll have lots to eat, if anything.
Yeah.
I'm skipping ahead a bit to where they reach the ocean floor or not the ocean floor. Maybe it's a city. Maybe they're inside a living creature. Another thing that we just don't really know, and I love it. Mm,
Also, the lighting and the setting, mwah, the set design too. Mwah.
it's
It's
so good.
gorgeous. I'm not sure if you've played Subnautica or not,
I have not.
because I was going to say the set design of the place they arrive in really reminds me of a location within the game called like the Lost River, where it's kind of got this like greeny bluey hue and there's like roots and vines and stuff
I think I'm
everywhere.
familiar. Yeah. We almost get a bit of lore with like the Sea Devils and the Homo Aqua and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Where Barclay's asking, like, is this your is this your home then? Is this where you're from? And Salt talks in bloody riddles. She's like, we're not exiles, but she's like, we've traveled. We're from outside.
Mm.
And Barclay's like trying to make sense of this, like we are, and he's like, is this thing living? There's like a pulsating membrane around the whole place, but it's got all these very walkway-like tunnels. I don't think we will get an answer, and I quite like that. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Yeah, I quite like that too. And actually, you know what I was saying last week about how Soul I thought was something to do with Silurians.
Yeah,
Now that I think about it, the set does remind me a little bit of an aquatic version of the Silurian city that we see in Hungry Earth slash Cold Blood.
somewhat. Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
it's a
all
bit
just
different.
caves and tunnels and that.
Yeah,
Um,
but it's cool that it's like, kind of showing the similarities between the two species.
so Barclay gets separated from
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah. After they like try to. Oh, actually, that's another thing. Quickly before we move on, a nice little red herring they threw in there of where they're like, Salt comes up to Barclay. He's like, "Oh, it's safe to remove your helmet. You can breathe down here." And then like to try and kind of show Barclay and the humans, uh, Salt walks up to Barclay, removes the helmet, and he's like, "Yeah, it's okay." But then that Tom guy, he's like, "Oh, I'd rather keep this on."
Yes. Well, I don't know if that's a red herring or just one of the clues towards his dislike of these race.
Yeah, 'cause he's racist.
He is racist. Turns out he's racist. I mean, he
Uh,
would be. Look at
uh,
him. Look at that trim. He's got the comb over.
oh god. Oh no,
Never should
he's
have
got that
trusted him.
hairdo.
He's one mustache away from being on the wrong side of, you know.
Oh yeah, you know that. You know that.
But yeah, they get separated. We get this, this further fascination from Salt about Barclay and vice versa. Um, and she talks about them having been pulled together by the tides.
Yeah.
Now, I hope we haven't got a Star Wars Rey Kylo Ren situation on our hands where they are literally bound together. I do hope she means that just in a way of we both happen to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting that that happened. I hope it's more that sort of thing.
Yes. We do not need more Skywalker saga parallels with
We don't,
Doctor
do
Who.
we? But when the globe was first presented between the characters as the peace offering,
Yeah.
did you have your suspicions about it?
Ever so slightly, yes. I was like, that's an interesting design, how it has like the ridges.
Yes, that is exactly what gave it away. And I think it gave it away too easily. This isn't a globe. This is a machine of
It's a
some kind.
yeah.
And folks, it turns out it was a machine of some kind.
What kind of machine was it, my friend?
The explodey kind.
Wow, the explodey kind. I love those ones. I
I
suppose the Homo Aqua do too, considering they all seem to be like falling over in absolute awe of it.
I know they were just whoa
Yeah,
crazy.
even the classic one, even the classic Homo Aqua, because yeah, they show up. Like
Did they?
yeah, I believe it's the 13 era redesign. in the cave scene, if you look kind of towards the back, but on like the lower sections, you see the classic designs.
But in about 4 seconds, we get just like one line from Tom, and it's basically the equivalent of humans are the best ones.
Yeah, just basically racism.
Yeah, basic one tone, one sentence racism. And in that time, Salt manages to grab Barclay aside, and everyone, and I mean everyone,
Everyone, Homo Aqua, the entire human team, everyone alike.
the entire cast, we'd got to know that episode. The Colonel, more appropriate time for a salute now. Everyone just gone in an instant.
Yeah,
Crazy. Just absolutely nuts.
it-
We were talking last week about how the deaths were handled well. It's more of that.
they immediately ramped it up, and I feel like the episodes last week were meant to be a red herring.
Half the cast gone.
Yeah, it's a good move, I will admit, because I mean,
It's so
it kind of is what we were talking about last week, where they do death to raise the stakes, but it's done to serve the story. It's not done just to go, oh, it's done to
yeah.
actually kind of move the story forward and elevate things, and I'd say it does that very well.
Kate's she's feeling the burn, she's feeling the pressure, she's going home as a funny little red dot on her head.
Oh, and
Whoa.
what's this? And you're talking about your relationship with oh, I forgot his name. Oh
Christopher?
goodness, Christopher. Yeah, talking to Christopher. Why do you keep ignoring the relationship? Can you not just be not working for 1 second? Oh, there's a phone call. Let me pick it up. Oh, funny red dot.
Tell you what, when they first hit the floor, I thought they're safe. When Kate showed her hands and they were red, I thought, have we just lost Kate?
Yeah,
It didn't take until halfway through the next episode for me to realize that Ibrahim was dead.
admittedly, I don't exactly know how to feel about it. I'm not like appalled or like. I mean, I think it was okay. I think it serves a story still. My little brother was quite annoyed about it. I think he feels like the death wasn't necessary.
I don't feel like it was unnecessary. I think there are things about it that were just odd to me. First of all, I saw it coming a mile away. A lot of the promotion featured quite heavily with, I'm going to try and remember his name, Alexander Devriant.
He's
It's
got
like, join Colonel Ibrahim in the fight again. I was like, oh, he's perishing. I saw it coming from like weeks ago, but I thought that's going to happen at the end of the series. That's going to be like an end game kind of
yeah.
event.
I mean, technically, it kind of is at the end of the series because the finale's next week. We're more
It
than
is
halfway.
next week,
Yeah, we're more than halfway through.
but episode wise, it's halfway through.
Yeah.
He died in episode 3. That's
Mm.
when he gets shot. Kate, my God, I want Gemma Redgrave in every single episode.
And I want her to be taken seriously. Give her scripts like this because holy
She's so
crap!
good. Oh my God.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, there's so
I,
much to sink your teeth into her.
I'll tell you
It's
what broke me the most was the shot of her stood in front of the mural. Oh man,
oh,
that's got to be up there in like best shots in the Hooniverse. Just like her literally surrounded by the dead that she sent to their deaths. She gets back to work and she's having like a sort of mission briefing with Shirley. Shirley's giving her a talk, and you realize Kate actually has stopped like doing anything, and you just hear like a little sort of sniffle from her. And it's just like she barely lets out a couple of tears before like sucking them back in, wiping them away. She is so damn good.
Ah,
It's crazy.
it's showing us that, in a way, she doesn't necessarily need, the Doctor, who hasn't been mentioned at all in these past 2 episodes.
He hasn't, no, that was clearly a first couple things just to be like, "Hey, this is still linked with the same universe."
Yeah, but I really like that it's not mentioning that because it's like, "Oh, look," it's showing her own strength. It's showing her as someone who can face great tragedy, a great lack of sleep as well.
More stuff in episode 4.
Remember? We do see a little bit of the
Oh,
sleep.
yes, that's just, in the same vein as
Yeah.
Vastra sharing her air
Yeah.
with, Jenny in Deep
Wait,
Breath.
who's sharing her breath?
Vastra, Madame Vastra,
And what species is Madame Vastra?
just Silurian.
Again, another link.
It's like poetry, you know, it rhymes.
Oh,
In the words of a
guys,
wise
welcome to
man.
the podcast, George Lucas.
Hi, everyone, thanks for having me. Um, tell you what I do have a bit of a question about.
Go on.
At the end of episode 2, during a big old argument between the Homo Aqua and the humans, Salt turned male, right? My suspicions when she transformed, you were quick to shut it down, and you were correct. I thought that her male form was going to be Tide, a character shown on the posters and all whatnot.
Hmm.
It's not. He's a different bloke.
Yeah. Um, and it's a bit confusing considering they both look very identical. Tide.
Really similar and so different to everyone else. But
That raises the question of, well, for one, why are they still registering as a new life form if they've already encountered salt?
yeah,
And two, where are they coming from? Are
yeah.
they unless they're gonna say that this is an absurd idea I just had pop into my head. Is this one of Salt's children?
Or I thought maybe brother. Maybe we got like a Lion King situation going on where he's always wanted the throne to Homo Aqua or whatever. But it doesn't even seem like she is any sort of royalty. She was just their ambassador.
Yeah, just kind of an enforcer really, and that was the only sort of power she had, being like the most important voice in the room, but only for the negotiations. Because other than
Mm.
that, the Salt was just kind of there really, and that's actually
Just
another
like any of the rest of them, by the sounds of it. Yeah.
yeah, and with that being said, that's another thing that I found a bit odd. How earlier on we talked about how the characters changed, like or had a bit of a switch up. Kirby and Barbara. I
Yes.
found that in episode 4, Salt had a bit of a change up. It was kind of sweet to see, and I was like, oh, this is nice.
It
But it,
was,
it felt
but it came out of
strange.
nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very strange, and from someone who seemingly resented man-made structures and the glass and the steel. All of a
Mm.
sudden, she's thrilled by it and excited by it.
Yeah. It's odd. Like when they're later in that, just like a warehouse or something, it's, I thought, I don't know if it is, but it looks to be the same location the Doctor, Martha, and Jack hide out in the sound of
Hmm.
the, yeah, Sound of Drums.
Yeah.
It
It's funny
looks
that.
very similar. Fun little callback if it is. Um,
Yeah.
but she talks a little bit later into the scene about how like she feels almost free for being on the land for so long, or just like doing
Yeah.
something she shouldn't. But that's not really made clear right away. It just seems like, I don't know, like Gugu, the actor, was just starting to have a bit too much fun with it. She was sort of
Yeah.
forgetting she was meant to be serious.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
I don't
It
know
was
if
odd.
yeah, I don't know if it's meant to be going, oh, look, here's the more human side, But then again, I feel like we already saw the human side, and the human side was, we want this to stop because, like you, we just want to live in harmony.
Yeah, that is the most human like emotions I think anyone in this is feeling. Just make it stop, please.
Yeah. I
We don't
mean,
want this to carry on.
is that the emotions you were feeling for that scene where and get where Salt then starts running around going like,
I really liked that little bit. I
yeah,
thought it
I
was
like it
really
too.
charming.
It was quite sweet, and I was like, oh, that's in a weird way that's quite cute.
And you even get Russell Tovey sort of joining in, but he doesn't really know how. He's just
Yeah,
like, ah! You can see him the first one. He's like, ah! And he sort of stops himself. He's like, no, that was stupid. And then she
yeah,
carries on and he's like, oh, what the hell? Ah! It's
yeah.
so fun. I feel like the biggest switch up happened where, you know, uh, Salt is observing Barclay's heartbeat and other things about him.
Oh,
And
and Salt gives the little look downwards.
yeah, and they both they get down and jiggy with it, as the kids say.
They get diplomatic.
They do get diplomats. They most certainly do. I thought that like see, it's weird. In my head, I thought it's too soon for this. We're only 4 episodes in, the second week of the show in. But then I remembered it's only 5 episodes long.
Which does kind of, I feel like, highlight a bit of an issue in the fact that
It's too short.
it's too short. And I think, like you were saying last week about the first episode being very fast paced, this one was very fast paced as well. Like, yes, I very much so enjoyed it. Still going with the thumbs up,
Mm,
but it's suddenly kind of last episode felt like a slow burner too. But then this one is like it's going at breakneck speed.
yeah, because we're immediately jumping from the two of them have been saved, they get captured. Um,
And then
Salt's in the storage. Barclay's telling Kate she's innocent. We immediately get, oh, she's being transferred to Unit Tower.
yeah, which suddenly is back after
It's
after
still around.
disappearing from the skyline. Oh, there it is, right in the background. They finally
I'm,
remembered it exists.
I'm guessing it's just like they didn't need it for the first 2 episodes, so they didn't waste money on trying to like
Yeah,
render it. Um, but it is back, and that's where Salt's being taken to. Barclay does a wonderful little switcheroo with his racist mate, who he
yeah,
nicks the keys off. I I did I did think it was bordering on cringe when the guy says like, she's sushi, she's gonna be cut up. You got Barclay like, that's a bit offensive, mate. I was like, he's
yeah,
bordering on saying like, don't judge a book by its cover kind of levels of cheese, you know? But he gets in the van with Salt strapped to the back, and his little unit buddy is like, "You're not going to drive over us." And he gets, if you ask me, this is his like doctor moment. This is his version of like
yeah.
Shooty hanging off the ladder in the church on Ruby Road.
Mm.
Yeah, I wanted to clap, man.
If
I had the biggest smile on my face.
if this was Doctor Who, you know full well in that moment we'd just be hearing something like da 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 da
Da,
da
da,
da.
da, da, da. Just like full
Yeah,
bombast, yeah. He escapes. The door comes off the cage
which how?
somehow. I'm my guess is Salt could have done that any times, but since there were armed people around her, why risk it? You
I
know, she was probably safer in the box than out before then.
I assume so, or maybe it's something to do with how she has access to the water now, and that's um
Yeah, maybe the pressure
yeah,
just makes a difference
yeah.
being on both sides of the
Also,
door.
another little thing which I quite liked, it's the same container that they use for the Shriek.
It is. I noticed
Yeah,
that.
from
And I
Doctor Who
was
as
like,
well.
that's cool.
Ah,
Cool reuse of props.
indeed. And speaking of cool reuse, they actually kind of fixed the complaint that we had last week because we don't necessarily see him. but they name drop him. I forget it's either towards the end of the episode or around this point where they
Morris!
Morris, my
My
boy,
goat Morris is still
my
around!
wonderful goat. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
I was
still
so
employing
happy.
child soldiers.
I wanted him in the episode, but a name drop is more than enough for me.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose they could probably get away with saying, "Oh, they're trying to, do cleanup at unit after all the events
I mean,
occur."
he's probably still in the tower. He's probably not allowed out of it because that's like where it's safe for him. He is a
Yeah,
child after all.
yeah. Although it's
Um,
wild that they hired a child in the first place. Then again, they did hire Rose on the spot.
yeah, they're both just back at the tower doing target practice.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's more of that sort of jump in from scene to scene is what I was vaguely getting at. Is like we go from that to the rescue to they're on the run and they're under the bridge and then they're in the warehouse and then they're making a what do you call it, like an escape plan. They're going to
yeah.
go to the north of Wales.
The north of Wales, and now Salt's going to be the Witch of the Well, and then Salt also pokes another possible nod to Voyage of the Damned in there, because
Does she?
when she's face to face with Barclay, she's like, "You've been to the stars."
Yes. Yes. And I don't know if they're deliberate or if they're just fun nods, like a fun little Easter egg.
Yeah,
I don't know. If it's an Easter egg, I'm perfectly fine with that. If
yeah.
it's like a hint to in episode 5, he is literally going to be midshipman frame with memory loss, I'm going to be fuming.
Oh, that would take the series down
That would
so
be the
much.
worst.
It's almost as bad as, like, I don't know, just a doctor showing up at the end, like clicking their fingers, and suddenly everything's okay.
Yeah,
Which
it
I'm
would.
really hoping they don't do.
He's not. There's no way. A load of people I watch, like other YouTubers, so to speak, keep saying like, "Oh, I still have hope for Shooty showing up." I'm like, "What are you talking about? The guy left because he is too famous. You think he's coming back for a cameo in a TV spin-off? Bizarre.
It's a shame. It's a damn shame. But it's not going to happen. We just need to give up the dream. And if anything's going to
It's not.
happen, it might be the midshipman frame thing, which I don't think would happen, because I think even for them, they're aware that's too much of a 180.
Yeah, that's way too. They've jumped the shark before. That would be taking the shark with you, going to the moon. All right, that's
That's
just not
yeah.
happening.
It can't. So I'm convinced that it's nods or just something. But it's funny that they keep doing it.
Mm. The episode count did make me think because, well, actually, I'll get to that in a little bit because we get from that little plan to go to North Wales. It's such a random place to want to go.
I
I
mean,
don't
I
know if they're
assume it's
setting something up for it.
yeah, I think it's. I mean, I think they explain it because Barclay's got a mate there who was ex-military, but he's not
I know
affiliated with the
why they go
military.
there,
Yeah,
but it's like it's such an odd specific. Why not the south of Wales? Why not Scotland? I is that just Russell being like, I'm from the north of Wales. Let's go there.
probably. That's
I don't know.
yeah.
He might not even be from the north. I think he's from the south actually. But anywho, they make the plan through Kirby's burner phone that Barclay's just given them spare.
Yeah,
The
and
plan all goes nuts. It gave me very much, actually. We spoke of Sound of Drums earlier. Gave me big Harold Saxon
mm,
vibes.
I
The
said
guys
that
in the room.
exactly when that happened. I was like, oh, it's the Harold Saxon thing all over again. Although instead of the phone just being tapped, it's actually because Kirby gave up the dad's plan, which
Do you think?
yeah, considering that you see um Barbara being quite tearful, you see Kirby just sat there kind of go,
I I didn't quite get that, but I can certainly see the potential for them to go that route.
yeah, I don't know why they would, because again, that's such a departure
That
from
would
the
be the
character.
biggest 180 for a character.
But I mean, because we see that Kirby doesn't exactly trust their dad at the start of the phone call as well. That's the thing. And I honestly do believe it was Kirby that called the unit because, uh, as we see later in the episode, Barbara, when they get to the meet location for Barclay to execute the plan, take the car and run away to North Wales. Barbara's like, "Run, Barclay! It's a trap!"
Um, no, the read I got off it was just like Barclay telling Kirby to be careful wasn't enough. They said too many things, and the mics in the hotel room picked it up.
Maybe.
But it would make sense because Kirby wasn't there on the bridge.
Hmm.
They were elsewhere back at the hotel, seemingly with Unit in a safe house.
Yeah. Just chilling.
Yeah, our big grand finale is Salt's back in the water where
Wait.
she's endangered.
Yeah, because as established in the earlier scene that we kind of just skipped over with
It wasn't that important a
Bunny,
scene. It wasn't that memorable, to be honest.
with Tide being like, "Oh, you're lead of this race too. Yeah, you lost someone. Great. So now you know that we gotta go kill Salt, right? As soon as she comes back in the water, we're gonna kill her. Cheers.
Yeah,
Peace out."
she's a traitor, so we're gonna kill her and then we're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Very generic. He had some of the most generic bad guy lines ever.
Oi, throw some respect on Tide's name. Tide is
No,
Tide is the most villain of the war between the land and the sea.
he is the villain of all Tide.
Yeah. Okay, we're keeping that in the
Hold your applause, folks. Hold your applause.
we're keeping that in the episode.
Yeah, our finale is it's got a worrying amount to deal with, if you ask me.
It's got a lot on its plate. It's got to have a satisfying conclusion above all else. It's got to tie itself, you know, into a peaceful conclusion or into Doctor Who again somehow without like trying to kind of one up or disrupt the show. It's it's got a lot of loose ends that need tying.
I feel it could have done with at least one more episode because it's got to have Kirby's like redemption if they did betray their dad, or just like the reunion between all the family. You've got to explain why the hell Tide hates Salt so much, what their relation is. You've got to answer just a lot of questions. We got to deal with the pollution. Is it going to come through? Is it not? We got to find out what's going to happen to Harry. We've got to find out what's going to happen to the French lieutenant or whoever she is.
What's going to happen to the corrupt general? Considering the last we see of him is him just going ah because of Salt's like little like
Oh
sonic
yeah, he was
screech that
there
she
on the
does.
bridge, wasn't he?
Yeah, no, well, kind of. He was in a car, like orders. Well, I assume it's like a bulletproof car, but I assume by the British troops ordering
Yeah.
them to shoot, and then we see Kate aim at the British troops, that was satisfying to see. I did enjoy that because it's like, go on, Kate.
Yeah, honestly, at the moment, it's looking more like the war between the land and the other land.
Yeah,
It's just the war between two groups of guys with guns.
yeah, but hey, Kate's cooler,
Kate's sick.
and
Kate's dope. Kate's the goat.
that's another thing about dumbing down characters when they go, but who could have wanted Kate dead?
It's like most people, to be honest.
Maybe the people in the meeting who weren't listening to her and giving her dirty looks the entire goddamn time.
Yeah, the people who are literally telling her she's shit and they would never
Yeah,
stand with her. I don't know. Just a theory, guys.
yeah.
A game theory.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Doctor Who Theory.
But yeah, it needed another episode. I'll tell you what it needed. I'll tell you, this was my immediate
Torchwood.
thoughts. No,
Where
nothing
are
needs
they?
Torchwood.
Where are they?
One of them's in space jail.
Oh, what?
No, he's
Because they
not.
got
He's somewhere else.
he's in the BBC jail.
He's in BBC jail, and Gwen's somewhere doing something. Who cares? What this needed was to swap its episode count with Doctor Who Season 2. Because although I liked a lot of the filler episodes in Doctor Who Season 2, the only ones that mattered to the overarching plot were episode 1, episode
Great.
no, hang on. How many were there in total? Yeah, no, the only ones
Yeah.
that really mattered were episodes 1, 6, 7, and 8. So you even get a spare one in there. Whereas
Yeah.
this, I feel like it could have had those spare episodes and we could have taken more time to get to know these, let's face it, more interesting characters.
Yeah, because I didn't exactly find myself rooting for Belinda, who in the end was just a nothing burger, really.
No, and got completely shafted in the script.
Yeah, apparently. Oh,
Her character did a right 180, didn't she?
yeah. Speaking of character I don't think quite character assassination with War Between the Land and the Sea, but that was something that Doctor Who main show suffered from heavily in these past two
Terribly.
seasons. Yeah,
Um, yeah, I feel like if they'd maybe had a little more hope with the war between the land and the sea, because the whole concept of it's only going to be 5 episodes. It's not even going to release on Disney Plus same time as BBC iPlayer. It's going to be over in the span of 3 weeks. I think they tried to get rid of this show as quick as they could.
yeah. Because I also didn't really see that much promotion for it. Whereas with like say other Doctor Who's like projects or the main series, you had like little BBC idents where it would glitch and like
Mm.
show the Doctor or something. You had this
The
for 10. Yeah, I think yeah, kind of for 10 where they had like the Vote Saxon stuff. You had this for
You've had
11.
it for the entire run since 2005. This the trailer, apart from the one that came right at the end of the reality war,
Yeah.
the first official trailer for this came out a month ago.
It feels very akin to Transformers 1 where the company behind it producing the project almost want it to fail so they have a reason to go on to other things.
But am I right in thinking, because I haven't seen any Transformers, am I right in thinking Transformers 1 was one of the more popular ones?
Oh, yeah, because it was really good with like story and character and basically being the leagues better than the Bayverse films.
When it was completely different tonally. I feel like this, Russell might have looked at it and gone, or maybe not just Russell, like the whole team might have looked at it and gone, we've gone too dark here. This has strayed too far from our family show. Let's sweep it under the rug. And actually, this is what's currently saving the universe.
It is, and it's what the universe has needed. I've said it for a long time. The universe, of course, you need to balance it out with lighter tone stuff, but you need the darker stuff because the universe cannot possibly be sunshine and rainbows. It set that
It
up
can.
from the very beginning. The with characters like the Cybermen, they are an incredibly dark and dare I say, like 18 plus sort of idea for a character.
Really, if used properly, yeah, absolutely.
Age of
The
Steel,
body horror that comes with them.
the scene from is it Age of Steel, the second part? You know, where they're in this tunnels and there's a Cyberman where it's like, I'm so cold.
Yeah,
That,
gruesome.
yeah, we need these darker things with Doctor Who because yeah, while while the universe is a very kind of happy-go-lucky thing, it's an undeniable part of it that there are some grim parts of it to face.
Yeah.
As oh, by the way, I was going to say to quote a great man, love the David Bowie shout out in the first in episode 3. Um,
Yes.
yeah. Um, but as a great man once said, there are some corners of the universe which have bred the most terrible things, you know, and they got to face that.
They do. They really do. I think the perfect balance for me, tone wise, is like series 1 on par with series 8. I think
Mm,
they handle the perfect amount of like drama. I mean, the series 8 trailers back in 2014, that was when BBC started putting like drama in the trailers.
Yeah,
They weren't just marketing it as their family sci-fi show anymore. It was a British drama.
and it was good.
It was so
Damn
good.
good. Yeah.
And yeah, the latest seasons have definitely strayed from that and gone much deeper into the family aspects than perhaps they'd ever gone.
Yeah. So it's a shame that this series is only getting 5 episodes because I think it would have benefited from the longer run time because I would love to have seen this turn out like The Mandalorian. That's the first thing that comes to mind where
Yes, lots of seasons.
mhm,
You can carry it on forever,
8
which maybe it
episodes.
will.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe alongside whenever season 3 comes out or series 16, whatever. Maybe alongside that we get another unit spin-off.
hopefully so. I mean, one can dream. I have a feeling that I suppose this is are we coming to it feels like we're coming to the end of the review here.
It does. We've gone through all the key points in the episodes
Yeah.
at least.
Um, but I don't know. It feels like it will link into episode 5 will somehow link into Doctor Who, maybe like some subtle setup, but it feels like that's something we should be worrying about with episode 5. That's something we should be thinking about in episode 7 or 8.
Mm.
It it's great, don't get me wrong, I'm really enjoying it, but now that I'm out here, like discussing it with you, it feels, dare I say, unfinished, like, or too hasty.
I think to call it unfinished is there's certain haste to it. I
Yeah,
think to call it unfinished will have to be a statement to keep for next week to see the series as a whole because
yeah,
it could wrap up perfectly and you could view all 5 episodes as just absolute gold start to finish. If it has a very rushed ending, i.e., the reality wall, if it has that kind of
which you
deal,
swore by was a good episode.
it's a fun episode, but
It's
it's very
bad!
rushed.
It's
It jumps
bad!
from point to point all the time.
And it has bad CGI.
It's got great CGI.
What's this?
That that is my most rewatched sequence aside from Sutek in the Time Vortex.
Oh, going for walkies.
Those are both just really fun sequences to watch. From like caveman brained, this looks really good. It does look really good.
Yeah. Sorry, just thinking about main show Doctor Who actually just filled me with despair.
Yeah, well, you're on your own for that one because I like it.
But hey, we're still heading in a good direction, and for the time being, I'm not like, oh, Doctor Who. I'm not,
No, I'm
I'm
very
still,
optimistic for it.
you know, the
I'm very optimistic
I
for it
am
right
very
now.
optimistic, and I'm hopeful. I'm
Tell you what,
very
my
hopeful for the future.
reaction to this show as a whole is Peter Capaldi when he managed to pull himself off of the train tracks in the shrunken TARDIS. I'm doing a little jolly dance around, you know? I'm
It
Christopher
is.
Eccleston listening to Toxic. I'm bobbing my head. I'm loving this jam.
Da, 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 da,
Da,
da, da,
da,
da.
da, da, da. I can dance. I'm dancing. I'm grooving. I've got
Yeah,
high hopes for the future.
I do too. So, hallelujah, praise the Lord, whatever the Lord of Doctor Who is. We're back to formula, it feels like, and like you were saying
Back
last
to
week,
formula.
okay, but
Sorry.
we're on a good track here.
We
We're
are.
on a good
Do we want
track.
to give our star ratings on the episodes?
Yes, starting off with episode 3.
Episode 3.
Do you want to go first?
No, you, because I am not certain, to be perfectly honest.
I'm giving it uh I'm giving it a 5.
5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
You think episode 3 was a perfect episode?
Maybe 4. actually 4.5.
I'm not
It was
trying to
very
turn
high
you around on
rating.
it. I'm just
I know.
bewildered.
I'm
I
just
suppose the double thumbs up at the start should have been a sign of things to come, but
yeah. But I think I'll go the 4. 5 does feel too high.
I think I can't even tell which one of these I prefer. So I think episode 3 gets a 3.5 from me. A little bit lower than episode 1.
Yeah, fair enough. It's interesting that we completely, much like the characters, we've completely switched up.
Don't know what I think. It's mainly Kirby. I enjoyed their energy so much. I thought they were so perfect in those first couple episodes. Just they've gone in the mud, especially in the start of episode 3. And when that's the start of your episode, that sort of that feeling is going to linger on for the rest of it. But
Yeah,
what about episode 4? I don't remember the titles of any of them, to
I
be honest.
think I think I remember the titles for 3 and 4 because I remember episode 3 title was The Deep and My Brother Made a Boys Joke. And episode 4 was called, I think,
The Witch of
Witch
the
of the Well.
Waterfall. That was
Witch of
it.
the Waterfall. That was it.
Witch of the Waterfall, what does it get from you?
You're gonna have to go first. I'm ruminating.
I think this one gets a 4 stars. I think Kate's reactions to like all the deaths of the colleagues, things like
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
say
4 stars as well because, like you say, it's a good episode. They both, if they were standalone projects, they would complement each other very well, and I think that's why I enjoy it. Because, like you say, we get fantastic character moments. I mean, there are some weaker bits which ultimately let it down and stop it from
mm,
getting that 5 stars. But it's a very strong episode with a lot of nice story, a lot of I mean, although it does feel quite awkward at times, the romance, I feel like that's kind of natural because
yeah,
you're talking,
people do rush into things.
yeah, I mean, you're talking to a fish person here, you know?
Mm,
So it's gonna be like,
mm. But yeah,
overall,
episode 2 takes the highlight of the series so far for me.
episode
I,
2,
it's going to be hard to beat that one. I gave that one 4.5.
I think, dare I say, episode.
Sounds like you liked episode 3.
I liked episode 3, but at the same time, I like episode 4. I think they're both. I think they're tied for me. They're tied.
Yeah,
They're tied.
crazy.
Yeah. But overall, actually, do you want to do an overall series rating so far, or do you want to wait until episode 5?
I feel like you can't do it just before the finale. You
Okay.
can't. Our opinions would change right away.
Did you want to? Is there anything else you want to say, or did you want to wrap this one up then?
Not really. I don't. I think
I
just
mean,
it's really strong. I am hesitant to see how it can wrap everything up so quick, unless we've got like a hour-long special. But I
yeah,
do believe the episode lengths have been released already. I do think it's still around the 40-minute mark.
yeah.
So I'm hesitant, but either way, I have thoroughly enjoyed this series.
I have thoroughly enjoyed the series, and I've thoroughly enjoyed making this episode. You know,
Hell
and
yeah! I
if
love blind thoughts.
I love blind thoughts too, and if you guys have enjoyed it too, please show it some love. Please watch the video, leave a comment, leave a like. Why did you like it? Why haven't you liked yet? Because I see the likes on that last video. Come on, step it up, guys. But yeah. So yeah, just give
Yeah,
the video some love.
subscribe to both of us, specifically me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then watch this on every platform it's out on. Listen to
Yes.
it everywhere.
We'll be hope
Make it go nuts.
make it go global. Make it more famous than sliced bread.
Worldwide premiere.
Yeah. Oh my man of many talents.
But
George
folks,
Lucas.
that's not what we're in it for. We're in this for the love of the game because we
Yep.
love talking nerdy stuff and we love talking about it to you. So,
Indeed
with
we
that
do.
being said, this is Gabe from GDS Studios.
This is
signing out.
this is Terminator Playz signing off as well. And good evening or good night, wherever you come from.
See you next week.